Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with the nation. So let's see. Again, I think it's Tompolo that took the space. Last time was Minister Wiki. Now Tompolo has taken over. I mean, I don't understand. Sanwo-Olu bars new council chairman from appointing SLGs. Tinubu's policies reviving private sector, says Dangote. Nigerians proud of you, President tells Falcons in video chat. And 25-day daytime electricity load shedding begins in Lagos. The public stories inside, unfortunately, we can't see them right now because of the front pages, but let's start with, which story are we starting with? I can start with Lagos State. You have a story? Okay,
let me take the FIRS story. So, yes, at the National Conference on Illicit Financial Flows that was held in Abuja on the 22nd of July, Dr. Zach Adedeji, who is the executive chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, spoke directly to this issue of illicit funds flows and how they're tackling it. He says that that our own problem is a systemic problem. He says our Nigeria's tax system is being undermined by mispriced trade, profit shifting, aggressive avoidance schemes, and financial outflows disguised through legal and accounting loopholes. And you know, some of these things, we have different definitions for them. Facilitation costs, you know, all those things that we disguise. So these practices are draining the country of revenue, meant for core responsibility, delaying infrastructure, weakening healthcare, stalling education, and undermining public safety. It says, why will a country rich in oil, gas, mineral, and mining of hardworking, millions of hardworking Nigerians still continue to struggle to meet its financial responsibilities? And not because they are not, you know, taking taxes, but why is this country still borrowing money? Why are our schools not developed? It's because of, you know, illicit funds, financial flows that Nigerians are allowing. He said these funds that are meant to support government's development are not being captured rightly. Nigerians have a lot of tax avoidance schemes. They have manipulated trade invoices, use of anonymous companies, international agreements that no longer reflect Nigerians.
We beat the system, sir.
You know, we find ways and ways to beat the system, but he has assured us that they are going to tackle this particular method of, you know, money making. So everything that is not clear, direct, will be.
Who is this person talking?
This is the executive secretary of the chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, the FIRS. Okay. And so going forward, they are going to tackle each of these definitions that we have and make sure that what is meant for the government will come directly to government and be deployed.
Okay, let me take our governor. Governor Sanwo-Olu yesterday barred the 57 local government chairmen sworn in from appointing secretary to the local government and supervisory councillors. According to him, this created quite a lot of uncertainties in the state councils because during the rundown to the elections, some people were promised some juicy positions. Unfortunately, now he said you cannot appoint. The only person is allowing them to appoint is chief of staff who can help them to run the various operations. He made the announcement shortly after he swore in the newly elected chairman and vice chairman across the 57 local governments and LCDAs. Congratulations to all of them, wishing them the best, looking forward to the real work. Now that they have some autonomy, we're hoping that they can actually do a lot of work in all the various local governments.
Okay, this one says Lagos doctors declare 3-day warning strike over salary deductions. And the medical doctors and the employee of the Lagos state government will from today embark on a 3-day warning strike to protest what they described as illegal and disrespectful salary deductions by the states. The strike announced by the Medical Guild, the umbrella body of the medical and dental practitioners in the state's public service, will begin at 8 a.m. and end at the same time on Thursday. At the news conference held at the Guild Secretariat in Lagos, their chairman, Dr. Japhet Olugbogi, said the action followed series of failed attempts to address the matter through dialogue. He also said that the disagreement began in April when the state government unilaterally decided to deduct part of the doctor's salaries, although the deductions were later reversed following what he described as spirited intervention and strategic engagement. The situation relapsed in July with a fresh round of deductions, this time without prior notice or explanation. The doctors also listed that the key demands, including the immediate reversal of the July deductions and a full payment of the 12-month revised and the full payment of the 12-month reversal. And he's also stating that as of the time of this press release, they also said that The doctors also demanded that, including the immediate reversal of the July deductions and the full payment of a 12-month revised consolidated medical salary structure, arrears owed to honorary consultants at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. And as at the time of this press release, the Lagos State government was yet to issue an official response to the doctors' planned action. Acknowledging that there were concerns raised by the medical guild, the Ministry of Health said the government was already looking into the grievances of all the doctors with utmost sincerity and urgency. Negotiations and engagements with the medical guild are ongoing, as statements by the ministry's Director of Public Affairs, Mr. Tubosun Ogubanwo, said last night. So we hope that how would they be reducing doctors' salary instead of having increment, they're having reduction.
It's crazy. That's why they're
motivate them to work.
Okay.
So electricity consumers in Lagos State, we Lagosians will experience intermittent blackouts as Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, will today begin a 25-day maintenance of Omotosho Ikeja West 330 kV power line. TCN in the statement said that the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission and National Independent System Operator have approved the critical infrastructure upgrade. Yes, so they said that, so this will start 28th of August. This would start and end August 21st. Start July 28th and end August 21st. So they said in between you will be experiencing intermittent. When they say intermittent, it might be blackouts for some days. But during the period, they said that the power will be restored through the line after each day's work. All other circuits will remain operational to ensure a stable power supply to the Lagos complex during the exercise. Believe this at your own risk. But anyways, they said when this is done, that upon completion, that TCN said the upgrade would enable full operationalism of the supervisory control and data acquisition system, enhancing real-time monitoring and management of the grid. So the most important thing is that maintenance is good. If it's going to help us in the long run, let's bear this little discomfort.
No, thank God we are going to discuss about it a bit later. Let's see how that goes. Let me move on quickly now to the Punch. Let's see what we have in front of Punch. If we have any stories there. Okay. Fuel war brews as Dangote presses Tinubu to ban imports. What else we have? APC defends Yilwatada amidst fierce opposition over INEC ties. I was trying to make sure I got that name correct. That's how I was trying to get used to it. Using Yuwada, yes, Yuwada. States on high alert as Adamawa flood death toll rises. And again, yeah, any story inside?
So I have the good news to the people of the tertiary institutions. So the federal government has launched a 10 million naira loan support for tertiary institution staff. This is according to the Director of Press at the Federal Ministry of Education, Folashade Boriowo, who was quoting the Minister for Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, saying that there will now be a 10 million naira fund that workers, those both academic and non-academic staff of tertiary institutions, will be eligible to take for useless, such as transport. You can take it to go and buy your car. For medical support, for micro-enterprise ventures such as poultry farming.
Each person or just...
Each of them can access a 10 million naira loan capped at 33.3% of their gross annual salary.
Nice.
For businesses. This is good.
That's what people just need. Something, a buffer, something to let to start life, something to help.
So you can access it instead of you to, as long as you are a staff, you've been staffed, you can use your working papers to get this loan. That is, they call it the Tertiary Institution Staff Support Fund.
Fantastic. That's good news. Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. Any stories?
Okay, yes. So the Sokoto state government has unveiled 30 new mass transit buses and launched a digital e-ticketing platform aimed at modernizing public transportation and enhancing accountability. They did this in order to ease the lives of transportation for their citizens, for their people, because of the first subsidy that was removed and how it was affecting people, So with these 30 buses that they've brought in now, plus the 50 that they brought in before, it makes a total of 70 buses. And this handover was done in Sokoto by the Deputy Governor Idris Mohammed Gobe, where he formally handed the keys of the buses, and also said that now you don't have to queue at the bus terminals. You can just go online with the e-ticketing platform and book your tickets for your bus tickets, and it cuts away the middleman or the bottlenecks that people have been facing, and then no fluctuation of prices. The price is there on the platform. Just go book and move. So congratulations to Sokoto, the people of Sokoto, for this initiative. At least it's easy mode of transportation for them.
Okay, you have another story?
NDLEA arrests Chinese businessman with drugs in Lagos. And the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has disclosed that its operatives arrested a Chinese national, Liang Tak-yu, with 50 parcels of loud upon his arrival at the Murtala Mohammed Airport, Lagos State. The agency, in a statement on Sunday by their Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, noted that Liang was arrested on Friday after arriving in Nigeria from Bangkok, the capital of Thailand. Babafemi also said the suspect, who arrived in Nigeria from Bangkok via Dubai, United Arab Emirates, on an Emirates airline flight, is a Chinese national, naturalized and based in Malaysia, but flew to Thailand, where he picked up 2 suitcases filled with 50 parcels of loud, weighing 26.10 kg, before heading to Nigeria via the UAE. Upon his arrival at the Lagos airport, the NDLEA operatives who were tracking his movements from the port of departure allowed him to pass through the necessary protocols before picking him up at the on his way out of the airport. The NDLEA spokesperson also disclosed that another octogenarian, Grace Ekpeme, was arrested in Calabar South area of Cross River State with items suspected to be skunk on an intelligence-led operation. He also added that the operatives in Lagos one suspect Chidi Agbafo along the Ikeja Express Road while taking consignments of 21.7 kilograms of Colorado, some of which were packaged in moi moi cooking sachets and 3.8 liters of codeine-based syrup in a commercial bus to deliver in Warri and Ogara Delta states. Babafemi also continued that the octogenarian grandma, Grace Ekpeme, was arrested at Edetonsa Street base site, Calabar South, Cross River State, with over 3 kilograms of skunk in the early hours of Saturday, July 26, following intelligence on her drug dealing activities. So this is just to say, as you are doing it, they are seeing it. So the more you do, the more they see and the more they apprehend.
Really.
That's a lot.
Octogenarian in her
I was going to take the story
Togo.
of Dangote, trying to see if I think I lost the story. Let's move on to another paper. Let's see, I think we have Vanguard or Daily Sun. Vanguard says, the major headline, most of the headlines have been covered by
Polo's advert.
Does anybody have it? I can't seem to find it.
Okay.
Vanguard or Sun?
No, it was Vanguard.
Okay, let's take Vanguard. I can't find Vanguard.
Sun is not there.
Okay, Vanguard, I have it here. It says, how we overcame Morocco by Super Falcons. Congratulations to the ladies. $21 billion loan. ADC demands full audit of last 10 years loan. Who is ADC again? The new party?
Yes, the coalition
party.
State of the nation. With current system, the Saints will loot Nigeria, says Anya. 2025 budget funding under pressure as oil output underperforms in H125. Okay, which story are we taking?
So Super Falcons beat Morocco, and they are the newest champion in Africa.
For the 10th time.
Yes, for the 10th time, they are WAFCON's champion. They beat Morocco 3-2. And their coach, Justin Madugu, is the one speaking here on how it became their reality. He says that self-belief and mental resilience was what helped them to win, that they kept encouraging the girls, the ladies, Abby, that, to believe in themselves, that they knew they could do it, they knew they were 2 goals down, but they kept encouraging players not to lose their confidence. And if they didn't have the mental resilience, they would have given up, but they did a lot of talking and it happened. And we are grateful to the players, to the ladies of the Super Falcons. Well done. Every time they always do well. I don't know why the noise is slower, but a little of Twitter, they celebrated them. I felt so proud. And our best player of the year, came to us as well. And a lot of pictures are online. People should celebrate them more. Well done.
I wanted to actually read Professor Oshibajo, former vice president, but I loved his post yesterday, and I was just so thrilled. So I just had to pull it up. He says, well, I trust someone gently warned Morocco. When Nigeria arrives quietly, it's often because we intend to live with a lot of noise. What happened tonight in Rabat was vintage Niger. 2 goals down, a stadium roaring, but our Nigerian Super Falcons, they did not panic. They adjusted their wings. Okoronkwo stepped up and converted the penalty with the composure of someone solving a constitutional crisis. Ijami Lucy brought us the level, which came with calm things that she's called the equalizer, clinical and confident. And just when Morocco thought the drama had peaked, Echegini delivered a set piece that felt like it was signed, sealed, and sent from Abuja. 3 goals, 1 comeback written with resolve, and a trophy that now tells its own story in green, white, green. We play with fire on our feet, with faith in our future, because we may bend, but we never break. And as the case of what is Nigeria, know they carry last. Congratulations again.
The president will be hosting them this evening to a banquet.
I really loved it, so well done. Okay,
you know,
another
the State
story.
House today.
This one says NIMC cautions against sale or unauthorized disclosure of NIN. The National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, has expressed deep concern over a recent statement by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, revealing the illicit sales of personal data, including national identification numbers, NIN, by some Nigerians. According to EFCC, the fraudulent scheme involves young individuals offering victims between 1,500 naira and 2,000 naira pere in exchange for their personal information, which is then sold to certain fintech companies for up to 5,000 naira. NIMC describes this practice as a serious security breach with grave consequences for affected NIN holders. The Commission emphasized that it will not be held liable for any personal information voluntarily disclosed by individuals, either directly or through a proxy, for financial gain or inducement. NIMC also said it has consistently warned Nigerians not to share their NIN or other sensitive personal data with unauthorized individuals or organizations. The statement read, "It is imperative that all NINs presented for the purpose of assessing services must be properly verified by the relevant service providers before such services is rendered. To strengthen data security and personal privacy, NIMC urged the public to download and use the NIN Auth app, that's the NIN AUTH Auth app, available on both Apple iOS and Google Play Store. The app allows users to secure their NIN, control who accesses their personal data, and access a variety of secure digital identity service. The Commission also reaffirmed its commitment to safeguarding the integrity of the National Identity Database and urged Nigerians to remain vigilant and responsible in handling their personal informations.
Okay, so everybody's hungry. The Society for Family Health, SFH, said 9 Nigerians die every hour in Nigeria as a result of malaria. So they are set to, they also said that 97% of Nigerians suffer from the burden of malaria. So they are set to distribute 7.7 million treated nets and over 15 million doses of SPAQ to children between the ages of 3 to 59 months in order to reduce the burden of malaria. This is a good one because they said Nigeria accounts for a quarter of the malaria burden in the world. So they are trying to do all this to eradicate it. So kudos to them. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you.
Okay, I think that's all we can take on Front Page Review this morning. We're going on a short break now. When we come back, we'll continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.